Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ogden. My name is Dylan Zwick, and I'm glad to be leading worship today. This is the third Sunday of the month, and for our third Sunday, the theme is, who are we called to be in these times? And we're usually joined by a guest minister. Today, we are excited and honored to welcome Reverend Crystal Saiyge to our service, who is joining us online. Thank you all for joining us here today. We're so glad you're here in this community that strives to be loving, inclusive, and compassionate. One way to connect with this community is to let us know you're here. If you're a newcomer, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We encourage you to fill out a newcomer card in the pews and put it in the offering basket when it comes by later. And please stay and chat with us after the service. If you have been a long-time member of the congregation, we encourage you to wear your name tag. This helps everyone feel more connected and helps our newcomers get to know you more easily. If you haven't already, please put your phones on silent. And please remember, there are two exits from this room, right there and right here, and two exits from the building in either direction. One thing I will also note is that our usual tech person isn't here today. So I will also be running tech. So I may be running forward and backwards a couple times in the service. I just want to apologize for that right away. All right. We are so glad each and every one of you is here. Welcome. Please join me in saying the chalice lighting words in your order of service. We light this chalice for the warmth of love, for the light of truth, and for the energy of action. Reverend Crystal Saiyge agreed to tag in to be our guest minister on short notice, and we're very thankful she'll be joining us today. She is a graduate of Wesley Seminary and spent 3 years as a community organizer, activist, and minister at the Sanctuaries DC, an interfaith nonprofit for social justice, arts, and spirituality. She is now an itinerant minister in the Unitarian Universalist faith, which she describes as a big group of seekers that is united by commitment instead of doctrines. Sounds like a very reasonable description to me. She's also the executive director of Souurce, the first and only organization serving Black UU women, girls, and femmes to empower their presence, amplify their voices, and create connections. We're excited and honored to welcome Saiyge to our service and our congregation here this morning. Thank you. And Crystal, I'll be right back.
Thank you all so much for opening reading is Thanks to Flowers by Kate Farrell. Not only the cultivated ones in parks, in gardens, unfolding immaculate petals, on a terrace or trellis, and not just the wild ones, kissed by elegant birds and jungle foliage, or brightening roadsides and meadows, blossoming any place that anything can blossom. But thanks also to flowers blooming in paintings on carpets, pottery, fabrics of dresses, draperies, or whatever. The real or invented colors and shapes of flowers lift the mood of a scene. As they are snipped from bushes, gathered in cordless bunches, tied in ribbons, or arranged in rare bouquets of precious vases. Perfect by nature for gift and centerpiece. They perfume ballrooms, backyards, and prairies, and indoors or out the window. They gladden celebrations and refresh every country and season, even in iciest winter. The word flower thrives in every language, adorning what everyone says and imagines with the beautiful thought of flowers, which teach by timeless example that life goes by anyway. You might as well flower. Beloveds, can you hear me there in the congregation? Perfect. Hi there. Just a little trigger warning. I'm going to talk about pregnancy loss. And I've never heard that song before, but there was a line in there about a flower being a morning star. A morning star comes out at night. Without the dark, there is no light. And my grandfather's church is New Morning Star Baptist Church that I'm going to talk about today. So I always, my ears always perk up anytime I see something about a morning star. Just brings me such joy. So the day after Easter Monday, my family faced a devastating drop off from the full-on Mother Easter outfit I had. I had a big like Bo Peep outfit and a big fluffy hat and Easter bunny, which was my husband in a big suit. After we hosted an egg hunt extravaganza in our backyard, we were exhausted. And while everyone in my house slept from utter exhausted, at 2:30 a.m., I slept my way through the house, hitting my pillow hard at 12 a.m. earlier with the heating pad. I think I was looking for some water. And it was at that time that I found out I was bleeding. An hour earlier, I was milling about and putting on the heating pad and thinking that I was taking a rest. And then an hour later from that time, I was in an exam room an hour away from my house at labor and delivery emergency room in my state, alone with an incredible nurse and doctor that had the unfortunate job of accompanying me through the news that I was beginning a miscarriage at 8 weeks and 5 days pregnant. I had done custom announcements for all of my aunts and mailed them all over DC and Maryland. I had done a video announcement for a friend from seminary because I do graphic design. I was planning another video for my board of directors a few days later after I had my first prenatal appointment. And boy, instead of incredible joy and whimsy, I was crafting an email to my entire mailing list of almost 1,000 people that I was no longer expecting. Because, as you heard, I am the executive director of a women's organization, and it felt like my duty suffer alone or be a beacon of light. It's just the heaviness hasn't left me. Now, we were taught in ministry school to preach from our scars and not our wounds, but beloveds, I'm on a mission to break down walls. I am Reverend Crystal. I'm Buddhist, agnostic, and the daughter of a preacher's daughter who has been in ministry since I was able to hold a microphone. And it was like this with two hands. Almost a year ago, I was entrusted by our previous director, Reverend Dr. Kiamat Ratman, to lead Souurce Incorporated, which you heard has been started as the first and only nonprofit organization serving Black girls, women, and femmes who are Unitarian Universalists. And like I like to say, spiritually expansive, whatever that looks like for people. I'm just a little girl from a Black Baptist church doing my very, very, very best to make my grandfather proud, New Morning Star Baptist Church. And although I'm preaching from a mountainside in the shadows of death and oppression, working from trickling resources like John the Baptist eating wild locusts and honey in the desert, I'm just doing my best and rubbing my belly when I found out it was suddenly all over. Yikes. The most difficult part of my grief has been that the overwhelming response has been that people can relate. 1 in 4 pregnancies end in miscarriage. But I'll tell you a little secret. I was one of those statistics that likely just had a first trimester loss because of genetic incompatibilities. I didn't have a connection to the baby the way I did with my other 3 children because turns out there was no baby. It never formed. Like I knew something the whole time. So I've been in therapy regularly again, digging up every root and weed and trying to understand what do I feel like I lost. And finally, the other week I said, I feel like I was holding the Olympic torch during utter cataclysmic turmoil, saying yes to the great call to be a bearer of light during these times, all of this. And a cloud of rain came and put the light out. And even though I'm so far away down on that path from everyone, I'm right alongside the people. And I can hear the audible, "Aw," when the fire goes out. I can hear it. And it's no one's fault that this loss of hope affects everyone. It was just the rain, but it's still such a bummer. Everyone I told said, "Oh, Crystal, I needed this joy right now. I'm so happy for you." And oh man, have I had to hold those same people in their disappointment when I tell them. And that is my sadness. It's the same feeling as my absolutely gorgeous 40-year-old cherry blossoms coming out too early because of global warming and immediately turning green because of an April and May frost here. Happened last year too. Who's ever heard of such a thing? April showers without May flowers? See, my yard was planted way before me, and living in the middle of a big woods is such a blessing during times when people are being given offers that they can't refuse for big factories, for such resources from the earth. And I spent every day since April 6th in my yard all evening. I've been cold, I've been rained on, but the dopamine and the fresh air has given me such purpose. I've been taking time to look at simply what is. And yes, being reminded of my flowers that never bloomed. My son would consider himself a professional gardener at this point, from sprinkling dollar store seeds and wildflowers everywhere and gaining just wonderful results from the black-eyed Susans alone, although they call that chaos gardening. But unfortunately, the rest of the team hasn't ever seemed to materialize. My neighbors even gave me flowers when I first moved in 4 years ago. And some of those bulbs are underground because I forgot to water them, waiting for their time to shine. And so the rain gave way to exactly what, if not flowers? Well, our chaos gardening gave way to birds probably enjoying delicious seeds. Those bulbs in the ground will turn into flowers maybe for my grandchildren or my grandchildren's children. My cherry blossom is green, but we do need oxygen after all. And my pregnancy is gone, but I'm still here. And as a Black woman in the USA that gives birth, I'm still here. And as a mother, I'm still here. And as a wife, I'm still here. And many times in many places, and probably a few doors down from me, another mother, unto her a child was born. We're still here. I was doom scrolling yesterday when I saw a clip from President Obama talking about his updates to the Oval Office, which every president can make. And he chose to put off a lot of the updates with the current state of the economy and the overall morale of the country. Kind of reminds me of current times. When he came into office, he just made space for reverence and respect. And I miss that. He joked about a bookshelf that he had updated with a lot of trinkets instead of the original plates, because there was a whole room with a million plates off the side of his office. And then the camera pans over to an abstract Norman Rockwell painting that he said Steven Spielberg had gifted Bill Clinton. And it was like just an arm. And at first it just looks like the extended arm of the Statue of Liberty in a close-up. But he says if you look closer around that ring, there are workers cleaning the flame. They're cleaning the torch. And he said it's a reminder that we have to keep renewing the flames of our democracy. And I can't help but think about how the Statue of Liberty has been a symbol of freedom for different groups over time, which our country would have us believe has become more and more narrow. But the statue itself has given itself over to the reality that everything changes growing up or decaying, which is a quote from Nikki Giovanni. The Statue of Liberty is green from the same wind and the same rain and the same sun and water that hit my flowers and left them unchanged. Changed, but perhaps unremarkable. It's just if we didn't know that Lady Liberty had changed, would we love her more or less? That patina presents us with a question, doesn't it? If we can't learn to fail forward, to love and to lose well, to be present with what is, can we ever truly affect change? If the only outcome of planting seeds must be flowers, can we truly build a muscle to endure the rain? What if the deepest that we can hope for is to learn how to dance in the rain together? What if the best we can learn is how to see each other's tears surrounded by torrential downpours? What if the litmus for grief is how well we community? And what if we learn to love joy divorced from happiness? To love the green divorced from the flowers? To love the rain divorced from the outcome? And what if beings everywhere were free? May beings everywhere be free. Ashe, amen, and may it be so.
collect our offering today, we remember our interconnectedness and interdependence. And we generously offer our care with hopes to support all through these times. Please rise and body your voice, and facing the center aisle, sing together the offering song printed in your order of service. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share, and from this we live. Your abundant generosity is part of modeling care and love. Thank you. We have a few announcements today. Here are some things that are happening in our UUCO community. So our UUCO community is ever evolving. As we shift and grow, so do the ways we support and sustain this space together. There are many ways to get involved right now, including serving as a board member or helping with one of our committees, which include our care committee, religious education, outreach, finance, and Sunday support. If you'd like to get involved, talk with Shallon after service or see the newsletter for more details. The book club in May will be canceled, but the book club in June is happening, and we'll be discussing crime and punishment. Great knowledge. All are welcome to join the UUCO choir, except for those who are currently in. You're already there. But please talk to Joseph to learn more. We love to have as many voices as we possibly can. May 31st, 2 Sundays from now, is going to be the UUCO picnic. So instead of our usual service, we are having a potluck picnic and flower communion. So the location of that will be set out, but please keep in mind that for the 5th Sunday of May, so a month with 5 Sundays, we will be having a picnic at a park and not here in Chelsea. UUCO is participating in an interfaith pride service on June 7th. So this is the first Sunday of June. We are looking for people who wish to bless, recite, or speak to the LGBTIAQ+ community. Please speak to Ashley if you are interested or know of someone who could be a good fit. And finally, First Presbyterian Church is hosting a free Stop the Bleed training on May 26th at 6:30 p.m. in Geneva Hall, which is just right across the hallway from us here. And UUCO has been invited to participate. This nationally recognized hands-on training teaches simple life-saving skills like wound packing and tourniquet use to help in emergency situations. It's designed for everyone in the community, and more details can be found in the newsletter. Are there any other announcements that anyone would like to share? Suzanne.
So you've all been very supportive of me and each other. And in honor of that, some champagne. Mainly because in July, I'll be able to hug my grandchildren, Sabine and Paul. And Cyril they're coming to Cape Cod, where Pete and I are going to be staying with his relatives, and circumstances just happen. Like, I'll make it quick. Pete's brother lives around the corner from us, and when I met Pete, I had no idea. I also had no idea that his relatives lived at the bottom end of Pleasant Bay, and my first husband family home is at the upper end of Pleasant Bay. So anyway, I've also brought a vase, which I would like to give to Marilyn and Brent, because they're wonderful people.
Sweet. I second that sentiment about Marilyn and Brent, and thank you, Suzanne, for the announcement of champagne. Our closing hymn today will be number 10 from Singing the Living Tradition, Immortal Love. As the service comes to an end, please join me in saying the chalice extinguishing words in your order of service. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action.
As the seasons change of the world and in our lives, after showers of April and may we learn to dance with a waltz under the beauty of the sun, and may you go forth kindly with compassion, grace, and kindness. Amen.